Need to live together. Let's go to the show.
We're on live.
Okay. Welcome everybody to Battle Pirates Crib. We're going to talk mostly about the TLCs and a sort of an abridged version of the CM Diary. So let me go ahead and introduce everybody from top to bottom. Kenny,
Hello, hello.
Aussie,
Good morning, everybody.
and Magic Mike.
Hi.
So,
He
all
sounds
right.
enthusiastic.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hope everybody's doing fine.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go to the first slide.
Oh, that's me. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Just hit the
Got it.
space.
Yeah, got it. Yep. I'm gonna
Okay, fix the bug with an unlinkable nexus so it can be linked. How relevant are the nexuses anymore?
unbelievable.
Unbelievably relevant.
No, I said unbelievable.
Okay.
They waste their time on that shit. Okay.
Well, people are still into it, but
I guess.
whatever. And hopefully, later in the show, we're gonna have some different people hitting the new Cry Havoc campaign. So, with some different ships and whatnot. So, at least bits and pieces, and so hopefully that'll work out for people. So let's one more click so we can get to an undocumented feature. It appears in it appears with your structure upgrade tokens or structure build tokens, they've reversed the order. This is, I used to have mine 1 day first, then 1 hour, then 1 day, then 1 day, then seven days. So I'm assuming this is doing a couple of things. A, if you assume that's the 1 hour and you spend a 7 day on it, it's it's not good.
It's a gotcha.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, it used to be the one in that far right spot was your cap max of 2, and the other one had a cap max of 200. I think they've gotten reversed. Has anybody tried it?
thought
I
it was the
wouldn't
first
try
one that
it
was-
because I would get it wrong and then get stuck.
I thought it was the first one that was the one that
Yeah, but they've reversed it.
the one.
Yeah, but they reversed it.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out. I haven't claimed any, but if anybody does, let us know that they might have. It used to be the first 1 day was the 1 of 2, and the second one was, or 2 of 2, and then the second one was whatever out of a 200. But I'm assuming because this has got reversed.
Yeah.
Also, the link, also if you go to your tokens and look at them, they've also gotten all reversed. So that's why I jumped to that assumption, which may be incorrect. But
no, what you're saying makes perfect sense though, because it's just completely. It's just like they switched it around, so that would change that location.
Yeah.
I'd be careful.
Yeah, or at least if somebody wants to endure the pain and let us know if this one in the upper right is actually which one that is, we could inform the community. So
We start a pool. Never mind.
yeah, all right. All right. We were originally scheduled to have this the CM diary today. I was able to get some of the information on the calendar out because it's been delayed till tomorrow. We have this week where there's not much going on. Currently, we had the CM diary is supposed to drop tomorrow. Next week is pillage. The following week is already the last raid in the skirmish cycle. Just feels like yesterday that we started this, but or last month. And then the week of February 18th, we will start a 3-week FM cycle, which isn't making me all that happy. And Ninja Penguin, we'll get to that in a minute. because what we've been having recently is when we really need the build time, we get 3 weeks between 3 week between raid. When we don't really need the build time, like what's going on right now, we have 4 weeks. I so wish they could reverse this, but oh well. Also during that week, we're going to have something special. I don't know if this is related to Valentine's Day or Mardi Gras, because it sort of falls in between, but this feels like the right week for some sort of holiday type event. And I guess the big news is there's a tentative date of February 18th for the release of OP12. Last week we talked about the changes to the PvP rules associated with it and the changes to the bubble pad. In theory, all those are going to start at this point in time. Hopefully we get some more details on this before it actually drops, because there were, as we also pointed out on the last week's show, there's some holes in there that just due to the, it was a good overview, but it did lack some details in my mind. And then the XP weekend, and then Bounty the following week, and if OP12 doesn't get released on the week of the 18th, it'll drop on the 25th. So, thoughts, anybody?
No.
No thoughts? Well, no. Okay. Well, ready? Any? Kenny? Okay. No, nothing. Okay.
Nope.
All right. The other thing I wanted to bring up related to the OP12 release is that you need to have all 3 levels from what happened, I guess about 2-3 months ago when they put 4 buildings out to be upgraded with the titanium extractor, the uranium generator, I don't know, upgrades came out, and then also the tactical lab and war academy upgrades came out, and there's 3 levels for all of these. In order to start OP12, you need to have completed all 3 levels of the War Academy and the Tactical Lab. You don't need to do anything with the titanium or uranium generators. So just keep that in mind. We've had plenty of time. I haven't, I've only used my structure build tokens that I had to spend to claim chests. And I think mine's going to be done in about 5 days, all 3 levels on each of the 2. So all 6 levels. They're 9 to 10 days each level. So depending on Facebook officers and whatnot. So if you've been dicking around with this, I would go ahead and start working on your War Academy and your Tactical Lab.
Mine's all done.
Okay. So
I think my tech lab finished yesterday, the last level.
Okay. That's good. And I want to address something that Ninja Penguin is asking. We can hold more than 2 days of build tokens. Yes. There is the time-limited campaign. Is it Turrets of Terror Elite?
Yes, something like that.
Yes.
Turrets
And
of Terror,
yeah, and in that campaign, which seems to pop up every month or so, you can get 3 structured build tokens. And they go into a different slot. It's not 2 out of 2 days. It's, if you complete one, the whole thing one time, it'll show 3 out of 200. I currently have 12 out of 200. So, and you had to guess, we found out that if you spent the one on the left originally, not what's going on right now, because we're not certain of it, you would be spending the one out of the 2-day cap. And if you spent the one out of the right, you were spending the one out of the 200-day cap. So I think there was other ways to get things in there. I don't know if purchased ones. I don't think the ones in the raid came out that way. But as far as I can tell, it's only Turrets of Terror Elite.
and purchases.
Yeah.
That's the only 2 ways to get it in the one of 200.
So I hope that explains it, Ninja Penguin. And hey TSM, hey Raptor, hey Chuck, and all right. If nobody has anything else, thoughts on OP12? Right now, we're entering into cycle 3 of the FM. This is the point. You don't want to spend the ones that you earn this week or next week. I don't know how you're going to spend them because you're probably spending all your time upgrading. But if you want to have the maximum amount of tokens going into the next raid to build the next haul that's going to be coming out in the next siege cycle, you don't want to spend cycle 3 and 4 tokens. So any thoughts on that?
Just what you said. Where the heck are we going to spend our other
What
ones?
are you going to do? Yeah.
Okay.
So if you got
I need to step away for about 30 seconds. So could somebody talk about this for a minute?
So if you got full tokens and you got it, if your inventory is full of tokens and your chests are unopened,
There's no use doing it unless there's something else.
why do the FM? If you get, pardon?
Well, there's other things in the FM as well.
Well, I was going to say, and if you got enough of all the other crap that's in there, like say you got 15 of each of those armors, and
okay,
let's say you got plenty of everything.
Open water warfare battery. We've only got 4 of those at the moment.
Yeah, I guess we do need that one.
So that's the one.
So it's 100.
There are things in there that people might need. So yeah,
no,
you might not need the tokens.
Yeah, I won't argue that point. There are things in there people might need, but from a token perspective, it's like a little bit.
I guess we shouldn't complain. That's what they call a first world problem. Oh darn, we don't know what to do with all this extra build time.
That's horrible. Okay.
Yeah.
If there is something that you need to build, just use your tokens that you've already got stored now. Do this week, do next week, and keep them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you have pre-existing tokens, I still have max tokens and chest from cycle 1 and cycle 2.
Right. I
plan to install all the new stuff and switch over some armors on my my riots. I'm not going to use the riot. I'm going to look and figure out how many, just so I don't waste riot tokens from the TLC that we're about to talk about. I'm just going to use the generic tokens for that. And I'm trying to think if there's any changes I want to make by Praetorians. But I'm going to use those as opposed to the specific ones, which have a higher cap. But, everybody's got to manage their own stuff as far as that goes. But you could spend it on that. People have been spending it on the Warhounds. There's also the Subjugator TLC that last week, in case you have an extra Subjugator you want to build. But yeah, as far as your riots, it's the batteries. If you're going to put the engine on, if you're getting your ships to X1, I'm going to go with the folded ferrite on the X1 ships as opposed to the specialized concussive and explosive ones, because the increase in armor and the evade, and the fact when you go to X1, your survival numbers become so silly that 5,000 doesn't matter. The difference between having 2,000, the extra 1,000 that you get out of using the specialized armor, I don't think really matters that much. And the folded ferrite has higher evade and higher armor numbers. So I'm going to spend, I don't know if I would spend it if I didn't have a plethora of generic tokens, but I think I'm going to, spend them on that.
Good answer.
So,
yeah, I think I might do the same.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. First world problems. So yeah. Okay. But Yep. If you want to be ready for the next raid cycle, don't spend these ones. So, ready. So we move on now that I took care of all the yelling going on downstairs. A couple of backhands took care of all of it. So,
Hey.
yep, crowd control TLC. People, I think most people last time were using their silverfish. This time, some people were using their riots last time and had good luck with it. So, this ran about a month ago, so people should be familiar with it. And your riots are probably in a much better spot than they were before. So you get 1, 2, 3, up to 8 riot. Well, no, wait. Yeah, 8 riot build tokens and 5 riot upgrade tokens, which might be of quite a bit of use to people that are trying to push their ships to U3 or X1 at this point in time.
That's what I want.
Yep. So any thoughts on this one? Because we don't have a lot of slides because there ain't much going on this week.
Yeah, mine are already done. I'm just changing the engine at the moment.
Okay. And the battery?
That's already done. Hang on.
Okay. Yeah, I was saving it all up to use.
I'm putting the special on the battery on mine, I think. That new special and just changing the battery? Maybe
Hang on.
I don't know. I can't see them.
Well, you can't have put it on all the batteries unless you're hacking there, Rossi.
No. There's one left, right?
The one that came out with the FM.
There's one left that I got to get in this FM. I hope it's there.
Yeah, it's going to be there.
Yeah. Well,
I was just saying, Aussie couldn't have added all the new open water batteries on there yet.
Oh no, I haven't put that. Yeah.
You can only do 4 so far.
Yeah, I've only got 4.
Okay. Yeah. I was saving until I could just redo the whole ship.
Yeah, I think I did a battery, that battery and a piece of armor, and I think it was like an hour or 2 over a day. I think it was a day and 2 hours or something.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. So that's my plan.
Okay. I don't have access to well, let me see if I can go through the slides, because the limited concussive has the same evade. It does have different armor amounts. Can anybody look at that versus I thought there might have been 2 difference, but I know there's 50,000 armor difference. And again, I'm only using this because of the glut of generic tokens that I have for this ship. I wouldn't be doing this normally. Does anybody in the game that can tell me at this point?
Sorry, what did you want?
The difference between the new folded ferrite armor and the limited concussive. Okay, the limited concussive has an evade bonus of 10. I think the folded ferrite has an evade bonus of 12, if I'm not mistaken.
10.
The ZCT1 has an evade bonus of 10. I can find that in the slides. But I think the folded ferrite has a bonus of 12.
That's 1.
So and also some no flag upgrade kits. Yeah, and there's no flag upgrade tokens. That's usually the sort of the case in the way they run things, but that is the case. Again, 2 evade points is diminishing returns, but it's not to the condition of more the survival is. 1,000 survival versus, I forget at this point, you have like 80,000 survival. It's also diminishing returns. And again, I keep on saying The reason I'm doing this is because I have, once I do crowd control, I already have 7 of these riot build tokens. I can get 8 more. I have a max of 10. So I need to spend those in order to get, feel good about getting the upgrade tokens. And then I have, right now, I'm sitting on 11 or 12 generic build tokens that I don't have a use for. So, like I said, I wouldn't normally be doing this, but I mean, people can spend them on, PvE fleets and things like that, or if they're catching them up with their Praetorians. But that's the reason I'm doing it personally. So, did we get agreement that there was a difference of 2? Hello? Everybody's on mute. Hopefully, people can hear me.
I can hear you. I can't see the games.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, if everybody's on mute, so says Mike. So if we're done with the crowd control, oops. How did that happen? 1 second. I didn't mean to. Wanted to put the prizes out there first associated with this. Somehow I got some
Did I need
last minute. 1 second. I'm gonna.
to refresh that wrong? Or?
No. I need to fix this real quick. But 1 second. Don't refresh yet.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Alrighty. Now you can push refresh. Sorry about that. I got some last minute changes and I accidentally pasted a picture of the target over the actual TLC prizes and whatnot. All right, well, all right, both are seeing 10%, unless they changed it, because I swear it was 12% for the folded ferrite, but I don't know. Could be doesn't really matter. And again, like I explained, I'm mainly doing this to, spend some tokens. So, all right, Cry Havoc TLC. We have a Shakespeare reference here, but Julius Caesar. But right, they recommend warhounds and subjugators. It's not a requirement. Any PV, any conqueror will do, I think. I'm not sure you're going to win, but you get VXP tokens for the warhound, breacher upgrade tokens, yada yada yada, stuff for breachers, and you get a Howler upgrade tokens. Surprisingly, there's no kits. It seems like kits would have made sense here, and potentially maybe a blueprint for something. I don't know. It feels a little bit incomplete. So. All right, Kenny and Aussie, are you there or just on mute and not realize it?
Yeah, no, I'm ready to go.
Okay, all right. Here's the prizes, and let's. So you're gonna hit. You want to share screen?
Yeah.
Okay, you can share screen, and you're gonna hit the. I guess prize pack 1 with subjugators, and you have 1 at U1, and the rest of them are un.
That's right.
Okay, so there's 4 targets in prize pack 1. If you have warhounds and subjugators, I really don't. I don't really see a reason that you would actually, want any of these prizes, but the prizes might get more interesting at prize pack 2. So, all right, I'm going to put you on share. And send you to full screen. Using Demo Squad? I think it's easier than you think. Yeah.
What the heck? They've been sitting there waiting for a special occasion. Of course, it would help if I launched the right fleet this time.
Yeah. Yeah, these from what we've seen of the screenshots, they don't have any fleets in them, and they look, I've only quickly saw the maps of the targets, so I don't have that many details on them, but we'll see how they work. Yeah, and that's something to check in with as far as the building tokens that are in the in this TLC. We're assuming they go into that 200. Hopefully, we can get some feedback from people that have made it that far in the TLC to know if they're actually stacking in the 200 group. So.
Nice that they have HTs in the first level. Oh, well. That's usually a bad sign for me.
Well, they did recommend the higher, subjugators and warhounds. So that's why I think if I don't know if Ossie's still there, he was going to run through part of it with two howlers, which I think Steve asked for earlier. I think it was Steve. Yeah, it was Steve. So he mentioned earlier, if he's still here, that he was going to run through him with that.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay. You've been gone for a while, so I wasn't certain.
Yeah.
Well, one of them is taking a lot of damage. One of them has one less piece of armor than everybody else. Evidently, that's the one. No, they're all taking a bit of damage. This is not a cakewalk, anyway. For the first level, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, what I did in that one was I used my 1 subjugator and 4 basilisks and took out most of that island. I could take out the OP. I actually ended up taking out the OP from the left-hand side. You have to get right up to the edge, though.
And if you don't mind, once you get close enough, then could you? Well, I guess it's too late to hit the zoom button, but just so people could see what was there. But yeah,
Too late.
Yeah, they're gone now.
That took a huge chunk out of one of them.
Yeah, well, there's 3 UAV turrets in there, and the rest are on the island. There's 3 UAV turret. Oh, hang on, 1, 2, 3 or 4. 4 UAV turrets. 4 ballistic turrets. Hang on, no, that's 1, 2, 3. No, 3 UAV, 4 ballistic, and then obviously the other one over the other side is a scattergun by itself.
I don't know. I'm not sure if there's somebody about to snipe you, but there's a possibility. Did anybody else see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you're getting a private message from somebody, so you might want to close that or read it. One or the other.
Right. But
does this see your
I'm gonna see if I go check outside here.
What's that one? Attention, what? Oh, you leave.
I think somebody's hitting his base. No? What was that saying?
Oh, that just said, "How was your day?" That it wasn't.
No. That pop up.
He was leaving the base.
Oh,
Yeah.
He
oh,
was leaving.
Leaving
okay. Okay. I couldn't read it because I have a hard. The text is hard to read when you screen share. So I thought your base might have been under attack. So
No. I thought for a minute the same thing you did, that because he hovered outside my Conqueror, that he was about to visit me.
yeah. Do you want to when you're not under fire? Could you want to scroll over some? Okay, there you go. Well, even on I think the zoomed in is better. If scroll over some of the
Just move your
turrets
feet down a little bit because you're just in range of.
There's just the 3 gates there.
Just move.
There's just the 3 gates.
Yeah. I was thinking about the
Well, once-
directionality of the turrets.
Oh, these. Okay, so these HTs are covering the channel.
Yeah.
Looks like everything is.
Yeah. They're all short range and
Yeah, they're all going to be nasty.
yeah.
And they're not providing anything closer to chain to with my subjugators. So
Yeah, but you might be yeah. This might be a good place to use pinch. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll
again,
pinch
this is
again.
I use my basilisks in there because I can come right up to where he is there, leave my subjugator back a little bit so the ops fires outside, and take out pretty much the whole island using my basilisks.
I only have 1 basilisk, and I don't have the patience for sitting there with 1 of them.
Yeah, I might have taken out that gate before I had dropped the pinch.
I would have done
We'll
that
see.
too.
Yeah.
Well, the gate's going to come down pretty quick.
Yeah.
And the stun didn't work anyway.
Yeah.
What happened?
He's probably got that. Special on it that negates your rocket, even if it hits.
Yeah.
It's an anti-stun pretty much for the whole island.
Yeah, they've covered these HTs really well too. I'm going to barely make it into the. I'm not even going to make it in. Wow. Well, that's pretty nasty.
Yeah. I might have with all those. With all those, I might have put a flag out there or a tank, but yeah. Alrighty.
Well, that was expensive.
Considering that, I know they're not Euphoria or anything, but I mean that's pretty mean for a full subjugator fleet to be knocked out in the 2nd level of the 1st round. I mean, geez.
Yeah, I don't think that's what they had in mind, but maybe they knew it was you. Yeah, they did. We gotta give them the Kenny treatment.
Yeah, Kenny, you
Kenny got in a few times over the last few weeks.
Yeah, they're trying to keep him in line.
Yeah. And I actually sunk somebody's base that they were pretty proud of, the employee base. So and they had to they changed it after the show. So evidently they really wanted me bad this time.
Yeah, if Kenny can do it, we don't really want any part of this.
Oh,
so
that
the demo spot. Yeah.
That was.
Yeah,
Got
that was
like
brutal.
an hour and something on that, haven't you?
Yeah, that was awful.
So what do you want to do there? Should we switch over to Aussie?
Yeah, I think Kenny's out for the night.
Okay.
I do have a couple of howlers, but
well, yeah, you're not going to finish that campaign with just a couple of howlers.
No, I have a subjugator and a couple of howlers, but I don't think. And I could send in the kickside dreads. They might sink nice and fast.
Yeah, only if you're planning on recycling them, because I don't think they're going to fare any better than they might.
Yeah.
Well,
I couldn't believe how fast the subjugator sunk. They have all the best armor and everything on them too. Is it possible the crew did it? You know how the weird thing about crew interacting with boats, but
I don't know. I mean, that crew is usually at least when I use it in PvE, it just it rules pretty well. I mean, it's yeah. And and speaking to everybody, this is a good crew to have for next raid cycle. It's good in all of them, but next raid cycle is the way to go because we're
I
going to
guess
be in
I guess
siege.
I kind of wasted mine.
Well, yeah, unless you can figure out, well, no. What I would probably do if I was you, I would empty all these subjugators out. If you're not going to continue on that TLC, empty them all out and put either your silverfish or your riots in there and start after the crowd control because it'll work well in the crowd control as well.
All right, I'll do that. Well,
Because you're going to have additional damage and additional resistances, and there's no reason to waste
wasting
it.
the crew.
Yeah. I'm not
Unless
saying
he
you know.
dies.
Yeah, well,
And he's got two fleets from there.
should we peek in and figure out? Oh, now he's dying in this one. If they really have a heart on to take care of you, so to speak.
Yeah. No fun.
It's that first ship you put in.
Yeah, I know. Don't they all look the same to you after a while?
Well,
I mean, look at the two of them side by side, and you
Yeah,
can
they
just
look
glance.
completely different.
Well, yeah, it really depends on the level of zoom you have on them. But mine are blue. The other ones are blue, so I know what's going on.
The damn pen's blue.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that movie?
The damn what's been?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You have to
Do
send me
honestly, do you want to do you want to hit any of these?
well, I'd have to do the whole thing then. It's 4, 5 actually. I got to do number 2. Hang on, I've got 5 minutes on my howler because I stuffed it up. Hang on.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So maybe we can.
Oh, actually, what I can do is I'll start it. Might as well start it.
Yeah, you still have 2 hours on it, right?
Yeah. Because I'm going to go in with my basilisk first.
Okay. So yeah, put you on put it on screen share, and I'll.
Yeah, that'll help, eh?
Yeah.
Actually helps.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Steve feels better or worse after what just happened, but yeah.
Where is it? There it is. My FPS is really low too at the moment. So,
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
yeah.
That's not great.
Before I refreshed and everything, and it didn't help.
Yeah, I wonder if I don't know. Sometimes I see a marked difference between the map and the targets. So, because there's different servers, but that really, I guess, shouldn't really matter that much because that's more of your computer as far as FPS, right?
And there it's not going in. And I'm going to go straight left because there's some these UAVs. Go over there. Let's see where the UAVs are. So, I stayed out of range of all them at the moment.
Okay.
Oh, you got to be joking! The baby just woke up. Oh, hang on, give me 2 seconds.
The baby
Just stick
always,
his head between his things.
yeah, the baby always adds about 3 or 4 minutes of repair time. We're well aware of that. So, good thing I didn't go to get another beer at that point. I thought I had at least a 2-minute break, but yeah. So, all your Conqueror fleets were some of them just wasted? I mean, not was it a waste to put like your breachers or whatnot in there?
All right, let's try again.
Okay.
So I'm just using that to get the ops gun to shoot behind me, not in front. Now, this worked before. You get right up. Come on.
Was it a little bit longer when you were a little bit younger? There we go.
Very funny.
I'll be back in a minute.
And there goes the ops. I love my basilisks. I can't get too much from here, but I'm going to try. No, not there. Okay. Oh, hang on. I killed the other one last. Oh, I didn't. Okay, that's better. Last time I left, there was a UAV left, so I couldn't come around here. Oops. Oh, too close to that UAV. I'm going for that UAV behind it. Oh, too close again. Oh, good God, that keeps a pain in the ass. Can't get that one. Alright, and I'll just use my. Oh, timed it. Okay. I was going to use my subjugator as a tank. If that had been under 5, I would have repaired it. I guess not.
Yeah, coiner.
Oh, I didn't coin it.
Oh,
It's still damaged. If
you're
it had been
gonna
under
send
5 minutes, I would have repaired it. It's over. I would have just gone and docked that and repaired it and gone back out usually.
So
Is it just me, or do these things go so darn slow?
everything goes. It's. I need to look at some old film of stuff with combat speed 12 because I swear, back in the day, I, like hammerheads were, faster than the ships that we have at this point with 70, 80 combat speed. So I don't, I think they've changed the grid pattern on the targets, because that's
There we go.
it's that combat speed isn't the same anymore. They've done something to change it.
How many basilisks are firing?
4.
I wish I had a few more. Letting one just fire.
Well, yeah, once for a 2-hour campaign, it's not going to time out.
That's
No.
true. Maybe I'll try
Later
again.
on it will. Later on I won't do it like this. But when it's a 2-hour one, I don't care.
Yeah.
There we go. So that I took 7 minutes damage on this one. Pretty much all on the subjugator. So I'm just going to dock that, repair it, come back out. I'll be back.
I don't know what to say. Well,
What?
I don't know. I just, you were wondering why I was laughing, so
Yeah, I saw that. What the
yeah,
hell?
so, yeah, so, yeah, there was your explanation, and I didn't have to say anything.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I'm thinking unless we, you think there's going to be a lot of play-by-play, so to speak.
Really, it's going to take forever.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. That I could invite anybody that wants to join from the from YouTube, and we can watch you continue to, because you did a great job on that one. Watch you hit these targets and talk about if people have opinions on OP12, or I don't know what to do with your tokens, because I've still, with this going on, I've when I said I was going to load the game to figure out the differences in the evade, it's still loading over there. So yeah, I'm not
Yeah, it's not very fast today.
no. So I put the link in the right-hand side in case anybody'd like to join and discuss whatever, and we can also watch Aussie hit these targets, so you get a little tour of the targets. It might take a little time, so but the link is there.
Okay, put it back screen share.
Hey, Jet Steel.
Yeah, see, Basilisk, I like my Basilisk for hitting bases.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hang on, how many targets was in that?
6.
Oh, 6. Oh, shit.
Geez,
Oh,
I
so
could
it
do
went
my
from 4 to
taxes
6.
before you get all 6 of those done.
Yeah, it went from 4 to 6.
Yeah. Same thing happened with the the TLC I was doing for the subjugator upgrades.
Yeah, I didn't notice it when I went in it last time. I
Yeah.
wasn't ready. I didn't even look. And I just noticed it. Like, hey, what the... Right, so these ones, they're all, like Kenny showed, they're all short range.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're starting off the map, so...
But it's still 2 hours till you get to the mastery.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to go and put my subjugator over here so the OP fires on it. Actually, what I will do first is I'll take out the gates. Because I can take out the gates without being fired on. I did last time anyway. Oh, great. Here he's playing with a toy.
Here's what?
He's playing with a...
Oh, it's the boy.
Yep.
Yeah, I see. Yep.
Give me that.
Yeah. The boy always adds about 3 or 4 minutes at least every target.
Depends if he gets his head stuck.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so now the now I'll just keep swinging these around here. Come on, turn. There we go. This is a slow one. This one probably isn't going to be as slow as the last one. Where's the next one?
So you're able to get through them with, are you going to have to retreat and come back in, or are you going to time out and have to go back in, or is this all going to?
Will depend.
Okay.
Might depend on the boy.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking, I was just, watching this, and I was thinking that there's so many crews that could help you. Between like a splash crew or creeping death, or there's so many that would work that you might as well pretty much the first one that comes up use.
Yeah, true. Could you just splash?
Yeah, Molotov maidens or.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. See, I don't use a lot of crews, so I forget about them all the time.
Yeah, I like the cruise.
Oops, yeah.
I was on a cruise once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Was it to China?
Close.
Oh, no. I want to go there.
Yeah, I did watch a special as far as like just Carnival Cruise Line, not considering like Norwegian and whatnot. They produce more fallout from sulfur dioxide in Europe than all the cars that they have, which I need to really research, because I was like, I heard that said, and then I was like, I saw it repeated a couple of times. I don't know if I believe it, because that seems, I don't know what they're burning, but yeah.
Why do they always turn the wrong way?
Some really high sulfur diesel or something. Yeah. We should get some nuclear powered.
Maybe it's the cheap stuff.
Well, I'm so, because there's sweet crude and sour crude. We're not getting.
Yep.
Yeah. So, So nuclear powered cruise ships. So, yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Oops, that's a bit close. I've gone too close here anyway, so. Oh, hang on.
Maybe they use E85. That's not.
No. Alrighty. Number two. So we got to get through 6. So as we're watching this, is there anything else? I put the link out there in case anybody would like to join. Any questions, any comments about what we've been going through this week or expect next week? So the link is there, and people here, I'm not going to ask Oski to talk about much because he's
all right, let's try a different fleet. Let's try 2 howlers and then 2 of those new ships.
Okay.
This one here has got a lot of mortars in, a lot of the heavy turret mortars. Oh, there has to be one target all the way up there, one building. I'm gonna start down here.
What was the fleet he used? The last one was 1 subjugator and 4 basilisk. This one is going to be 2 warhounds and 2 howlers. So, and then okay.
I'm not even stopping. Well, they're stopping. I'm not. I'm trying not to. Why is that ship all the way back there? Why is there only 1 up there? should have been two howlers up the back, but it's not. What happened there?
You're in price pack 2 or 3?
Price pack 2.
Okay, price pack 2. Steve was asking.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what went wrong
you
there.
go from
One ship decided to stay behind.
yeah, if Steve, you go from 4 targets to 6 targets. When you go from price pack 1 to price pack 2, and yeah, so short people. Oh, what's up with the short? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, in short. You know, I thought you were gonna give some comment about short people who can do the TLC.
Hey.
Do the TLC. I didn't even know if you were short. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Next to you, a lot of people are.
Well, that's true. But yeah. It's he's just saying that in this instance that the TLC is the people that can do it don't need it.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. They have a habit of doing that, I think.
you what?
They have a habit of doing that.
But in this
Well,
one,
really need it.
Well, they used to have the thing where you needed to have the
Yeah,
you purely have the tech in order to do it. So they've
right.
got a little bit better, but not leaps and bounds better.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But in this one, you get howler upgrade tokens, I think, don't you? And that's pretty much the only thing I'm going for in that.
Are you doing one more? Because I have to walk away for a minute if you're going to go back to the
Yeah.
slides.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm going to.
I'll be right back.
I'm repairing.
We're not done with the slides, right?
I would keep them up unless it's
Okay. No, I'm going
inconvenient
to hurry. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm assuming he's having prostate issues, so yeah.
Maybe he's got to go and see his doctor.
No,
Week here and there.
I'll be quick. So, all right. So you took, still on to repair, right?
Split
Okay.
the subject. Yeah, subject off. It's just his FPS is really annoying because I think it's going so slow.
Yeah, and you're not even repairing in your base because that's the problem I have. If I have one thing repairing in my base, I get like a 10th or 20th of the frames per second that I would have otherwise.
Yeah.
So it's it's quite annoying.
These took too much damage. For some reason that one ship stayed back. I don't know why. I must have clicked on it.
Well, we're at an hour. I mean, people out there, do you still want to watch this as far as hitting targets, or people? It still shows. Well, one person just left, but yeah, people are staying. But I don't know if because not a lot happened this week. So that's why I'm like, I'm glad I had the little updates on the calendar. But I think Aussie's doing a great job as far as picking these targets apart. But
so far, I gotta get to the higher level ones yet.
Okay.
Now this one here, you're getting your start off the map. So this is a good one for the oh shush. This is another good one for the subject for the basilisks because I actually run down the edge of the map, off the map, so I can't get shot at.
Okay. All right. Well, Jeff, you're in the after show, so yeah. So people want to watch. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't,
boring.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not as if we're showing off. I'm just stop the ships there.
No. I mean, we can get. Well, Kenny moved to
you have a look at this. See here, all these fire. They're all the ballistic turrets in this one.
Yeah.
But I'm starting off the map. So this one here, I think it is the one that's most annoying. So I can actually drive down here. If I drive down here, I stay off the edge of the map.
They still fire if you're off the map?
No, then I'm not in their range. I'm actually outside their range.
Okay,
I'm even further over than what the. Okay, so now I can come back on. I guess that's going to get fixed. I just gave away my secret. Oops. Watch that. I forgot about that one. Oh, that hurt. Now, where was I putting it? Leave that there. I'm trying to remember where I had these ships before. That's it. That's where I had them.
No, he's running 1 subjugator and 4 basilisk. Is that correct?
Get back.
Oh, so you're running 4 basilisk and 4 basilisk and 1 subjugator here.
No, it all moved.
Can you not? Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. I asked, are you running 4 basilisk and 1?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't hear
And
that.
1
I didn't hear
subjugator?
you say that. Yeah. Yeah, 4 and 1. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We had somebody asking,
Okay.
so I just wanted to clarify.
I'll just wait for that ops to fire again. I'm moving my shit. No, it's not. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Shakir. He's using the subjugator to generally draw fire, and then he's using the 4 basilisk to snipe, basically.
I don't think I can get around. Just trying to think what to do.
Is this a new target for you?
Last time I drove all the way around to come and kill shit from the other side, but hang on, I can't be bothered.
Okay.
So, oops, get out of here. I'll use. Right.
You want Kennedy to take over?
No. I just want to get my flag out in front. I want to get that out in front so it takes the fire. The only problem now is I'm going to have the. Oh shit, that's taking some damage.
Yeah, the subjugator is
Yeah,
seen better days.
It was not a good idea to do this.
Yeah, we'll see if it lives. Then boom. Now you just have basilisk. So,
Look, get in, keep going. Why are those? Oh, great, they stopped. Yeah, they're slowing down. This is not.
That's what I hate about this game is when things go bad, they go bad fast.
Yeah, that's not. Oh dear, that did not go well. See, I can't get out of the bloody.
the glacial field, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the glacial field starts off okay, then it just gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, this did not go to plan at all.
That's what you get for following the Kenny plan.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah.
What was that? That was only number 3, wasn't it? Oh dear.
Yeah, so you should have driven around.
Yeah, I should have. Oh well.
Oh well.
That's what happens when you cut corners.
Oh, it timed out. Are you joking? You gotta be joking. One ship left. Timed out.
Oh, okay. This one was 4 though. It wasn't 3. So that's,
Hang on, I gotta change ships now.
All right.
That did not work as well as what it was supposed to.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go get a beer and I wish you the best of luck. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, good. Yeah, thanks for that. I don't think it's going to work out very well for me. Come on. Just do this. Right. Now, I haven't seen the next two targets, so I'll go and peek one, see what it looks like. How's it going? Let's just have a look at it. So this one's got all those. Let's try. The reason I'm coming right up to the gate is so there's less time for those things to fire once the gate drops. Come on. Oh, what the hell? Drop the gate.
All right. Cuttlefish asked, do pinches work? Kenny, can you confirm what kind of pinch you had loaded?
Yeah,
The one that didn't work. And I went to get a beer. Aussie, did you drop a pinch that didn't work?
They're not really doing what I want them to do.
The pinches or the ships?
I don't remember seeing him drop a pinch.
Well, I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see. He's probably asking about what happened with Kenny.
I dropped a small, long
It'll
pin.
depend.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
There's that new special that you can put on the
Well, I was just making
outposts
sure
and
he didn't drop.
warehouses. I know there's no warehouses in here.
The thing is,
will
it worked at
make
the first
every
turret.
turret and everything around the ops, I think, within 50 range, not get stunned no matter what, even if the rocket drops on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just
That
trying
might
to.
have worked on these ones here, but it won't work on anything else.
No, I used the right one, but some of the turrets were immune.
Depending on where the
Okay.
50 range, 50
All
range
right.
would have probably come in here somewhere.
So the answer, Cuttlefish,
If
is
it's I'm not sure what the flag is for that. The note
okay.
it's on there or not.
Aussie, can you hear us? Because I don't think you can hear. I don't think you can hear us.
Yeah, it goes in and out when you can hear us, but I think the answer, Cuttlefish, is not on some of the targets.
Oh my god!
I think in prize pack 1, target 2, Kenny's pinch didn't work at all. So, and Lego says I used an extra long pinch, and what was your results? But yeah, Cuttlefish, it seems that at least in some of the targets, if not all of them, pinches don't seem to work that well. Because I was trying to confirm with Kenny that potentially what he might have dropped a quick pinch, but he dropped a long pinch and it didn't seem to do
Not too
anything
bad, 13
whatsoever.
minutes.
Okay. Only one of the targets. So was that target 2, Liga? That's what we saw. Yeah. Rest it did. So
Yeah,
target
I think that
2.
was in. I think when Kenny tried to drop a pinch, which one he was in.
Yeah, target 2. Yeah. Target 2 is the one where the pinch didn't do anything.
This is pretty much back to the other one that we had before. Oh no, similar. Same. All right. And these are only all short range, so that's not too bad. Oh.
So it sounds like he's banging on something with spoons. Am I correct?
That's the old xylophone. I recognize that sound.
Okay. Is that what that is? Okay.
I think so. I don't think Aussie can hear us half the time, so we can't answer.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounded like he was banging on a metal plate with spoons, but yeah, the xylophone makes more sense.
That actually sounded a lot like the one I had as a little gaffer. Recognize the tune.
Yeah.
Tone, I guess. You were supposed to play songs with it and hit the letters in a certain order and stuff, but I mostly just banged on it.
Okay.
Drive the parents nuts. That's what we're supposed to do, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what she said. So yeah. Alright. And we're running close to the end on this one, aren't we? So it appears so far, if you can figure out the targets, it's not quite as brutal as what
Has Kenny made it look?
well, no, I'm seeing people in YouTube chat that have tried to do it, Lego, Damnation, other people talking that it's, and then I'm looking at
Yeah, but he's dissecting the target with a particular ship, and if you don't have 3 or 4 of them, you're gonna. I don't think there's any other. I think this dissection method is the only way to work.
Yeah. Pegasus? No, you can't even use Pegasus. Pegasus aren't allowed in these targets.
What are those?
See what happens.
What's he
I
using
can
now?
tell it's zoomed out.
It shoots sideways. I don't know anything that does that except.
It's Warhound.
Oh, he's already got them.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought that it was too early to
work on this one either.
Yeah. Oh, the pinch doesn't work. Okay. Can you? We're not zoomed in. Is there something you can tell by the way that the? I guess there's no way to tell by looking at the warehouses or any of the buildings that that tactical field has been in place. Yeah. 2 warhounds, but both have the bat wings, so it makes sense that you thought it was Pegasus. Yeah, those glacials are still doing work after all these years. Why are you going back into the range? Oh, because that one's the backside too. Yeah. I don't know if the warhounds are doing work either. So I mean, personally, I think they should have built up. They should have, because the last time we had, how many years has it been since we had PvP targets?
Well, that was lucky.
And a TLC? But what, 4 or 5 years? 3? I don't know. It's been a long time. I think they should have built up, encourage people to play the game and want to hit the PvE targets and TLCs, and encourage more people to play. This is discouraging for a lot of people.
Extremely. It's an elitist campaign. Very restricted to. I mean, that's a lot of damage for the best ship in the game.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, if you don't mind coining, but
Anybody there?
Well, it was the last target in the prize pack, so it's not. And they're gonna add one more, but yeah, you can't have more than 2 warhounds.
Right, I know, but it's. I don't know. You should be able to at least do the first prize pack with dreads or something, just to make it interesting for everybody. You know me. I'm always trying to create like intermediate and low senior opportunities too. This is immediately went right to the elite.
Yeah. but the prizes are, well, some of them are elite, some of them are,
Well, the prices don't match the difficulty. That's a different problem.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, this TLC could be put in the category of, you know, it's you might find it fun to do, but it's not really something for everybody, you know. So yeah,
Hefe, anybody
yeah.
home?
I c- is it just it's just Aussie that can't hear me, right? Can
I
you
hear you
hear me?
fine.
I
Okay.
hear him, but he doesn't hear us.
Yeah. No, I've been talking the whole time. Let's see if I rereading the comments. I have been talking the whole time.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, you guys just can't hear us. You can't hear us,
I
Saucy.
can't hear anybody.
Okay.
I can't seem to hear anybody.
Can't hear anybody?
I'm going to leave and come back in.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, at least he read that. So, you have a variety pack. Yeah. No, it's for the established PvP player, you know, and yeah, it should be interesting to them. You know, but I'm assuming it's quite frustrating for the completionist. All right.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear it?
Ah,
Hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, I was talking the whole time, so
I
it
didn't
was.
hear. I'm just,
It was a little bit of music because at one point we're like, sometimes you would talk about what we were talking about, but
oh,
sometimes
sorry.
you were talking about something completely different, and everybody's like, oh, okay, he can't hear us, but yeah, but sometimes you would just find that right click, and you would be actually agreeing or adding on to what we were already talking
Oh,
about, but
okay.
obviously you couldn't hear us, and that was just purely just chance.
Yeah.
So
Anywho.
yeah, so
Yeah, so the second last one was 13 minutes and the last one was 30 minutes. So that wasn't too, I don't think that was too bad.
okay.
Yeah, my destruction of my Basilisk fleet wasn't the best.
Yeah, that was
I should have driven around.
yeah. That's
It
yeah.
doesn't matter.
We already commented and had a whole thing about that, but yeah.
Oh, did you? I heard nothing.
Yeah. It was yeah. There was a point where we realized you weren't hearing us, but all right, we're an hour and 25 minutes. Unless we have anything else to show, because you know,
What I ended up doing, I went on to the actual Facebook to YouTube, and I could hear everyone talking. I don't know. I could hear me in the background going, "Hello, hello, can you hear me?" And everyone's answering, and I can't hear anyone. And that's why I said, I'll refresh. I'll jump out and come back in. And then you said you were going to type it as I jumped out.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually see it typed.
Yeah. So I put it was interesting there for a while, but I put the link in the right hand side in case anybody'd like to join the show. I'm not sure if we have much more to talk about. I don't think any. Double check. No announcements from Kixeye. So I assume we'll be back on Friday. You know, unless I get subpoenaed to testify somewhere. But I think otherwise we'll be here on the Friday show, and we will have the complete CM diary. Hopefully, some more details on OP12. I'm really hoping that we're going to have before hopefully next update that you can use base parts to upgrade the non OP12 stuff in your base. I'm assuming it's not going to apply to things like the titanium extractor, the uranium generator, and the War Academy, all those things. But I'm assuming it'll apply to getting up to, portal levels and things that people have had a hard time with, and trying to catch up on. At least I hope that's the way it's going to work. So we'll see you on Friday. If you want to join the after show, it's in the right-hand side. And any parting words from anybody?
I just hope everyone enjoyed the comical comment and chat. That I had no idea what's going on.
No, everybody liked the walkthrough. It was just
okay.
Everybody, we got a lot of comments thanking you for that. But yeah,
Okay.
it was interesting that you weren't, randomly responding to what we were talking about. So,
all right.
okay.
Oh, yeah, anyway, I hope you liked the demo anyway, apart from losing my fleet.
Well, sometimes they like
that's embarrassing. I had to do a Kenny. Why should Kenny get all the fun?
Well, Kenny got it done early and quick. He was
well, he went first.
he went fishing on that one. Yeah, target 2 halfway through. I'm gonna lose my fleet, but it's good. It's part of the show and part of the whole.
Had other fleets to finish it off though.
It's the unexpected that's most of the fun.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's the Kickstarter motto, isn't it? Something like that?
Yeah, that's going to be our new motto. That's everyone's new motto.
So, all right, everybody. We'll see you on Friday. Links in the right-hand side in case you want to join the after show. And we will see you then to, see if they change this TLC, which doesn't appear to be as friendly as we thought. And, talk about what's going to be happening in the next month. So we'll see you all then. And later, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, Ninja. Yeah, bye, everyone.
See ya.